I'm back in the kitchen now with James Tanner. Commiserations on obviously missing out on Sexiest Man Alive.
Well,
Clearly,
you know.
it's a terrible error and a mistake.
Yes.
But remind us what you're doing this morning.
I'm doing a toad in the hole.
Toad in the hole.
A brilliant toad in the hole recipe. Very, very simple to do.
Great, good.
Great for this time of year. Okay, so first things first, for doing our toad in the hole, don't cook anything. Put that oven on. You need it on high heat.
Okay.
So 225 degrees, okay? So preheat your oven first thing. Then onto the batter, that all-important batter where you want the crispy crust around the outside,
Sure.
yeah? And the sausages all not too burnt or anything. So still, it contains the moisture. Touch of plain flour.
Okay.
In that goes. And I'm just going to sieve it. OK, this obviously helps aerate it all as well and takes out any little bits and bobs that might be in there. And then next up, we've got a couple of eggs that go in there as well.
Okay.
And finished off with some milk. Now, some people say rest the batter, some people say don't. I like to leave mine for a bit. Basically, it lets the flour absorb all of the liquid,
Oh,
OK?
okay. How long for, do you think?
Well, about 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, you're working that gluten in that flour as well, so it's good just to let it relax afterwards. And it should help with your lift to give it that nice crispy edge.
Yeah.
OK. Right, now, obviously, very, very simply, make sure everything's combined, and then we just leave it off to the one side or put it into your fridge. I've got one that's obviously just been pre-done, just put in a jug, that's the only difference. Now, on to the sausages. My sausages are in the oven now.
Right.
8 minutes, 225 degrees will give them a brown colour and get that fat getting nice and hot, OK? So you just want about a tablespoon of oil. Go for the best sausages you possibly can.
OK.
OK, nice British ones, obviously, with herbs in, I quite like.
I do. I love all the different varieties.
Well, you just said it then. Use your favourites. Play around with it a bit. Anyway, I'm going to take this to the oven and pour it on the sausages, OK?
All right, OK.
So, it's been in there. They've got a little sizzle on.
Right.
And they've just got a bit of coloration, OK? So we just pour that batter in and then do not open the door again. Give it about 25 minutes, keep the door shut. If you've got a fan oven, by all means, get that convection going, yeah? OK, now, obviously, traditionally, you'd serve this with thick onion gravy, mash, that kind of thing. Yes, I'm going the mash route. I've got a gravy with a little bit of a twist. Look.
Oh, OK.
OK, so on here, I've just had this very low, and this is my point. To get your onions nice and brown, takes about 10 minutes.
OK.
Just cook it down very, very slowly. It will take on natural coloration, but we're gonna jazz them up a little bit.
Oh, right.
Touch of balsamic vinegar goes in there. That's going to be our sour. Then we add some sweet to counteract it.
Sure.
Little glug of honey. If you want, use maple syrup in it. I really like maple. Right? Anyway, but I think it works. Now, this is some fresh thyme. OK, you can use dry because it will rehydrate in the liquid, but this has got more of a pungent kick. And I love thyme with this one, especially with sausages, OK? And then a touch of stock as well. In that goes. And as you can see, it's just going sticky. When it's doing that and just leaving the pan and clumping together, that's when we add in the stock, and that's when we crank up that heat.
Right.
And just now let it all quickly simmer together.
Full of flavour. Gorgeous.
Big time, yeah. Right, now I've got some mash warmed up. Let's get a nice...
Oh, that's a good, generous helping.
You know? Well, you said you're hungry.
I'm always hungry.
I know. Right, and I've got myself
Is that all for me?
one done. This is your personal one, Lorraine. Yeah. I'm going to grab some of this. A good old wedge goes on there.
Look at that.
And as you can see with this gravy, it's quite quick. Yeah, the way it's come together. OK, and you want to cook it down so the onions are tender still, though. Very important. A good smidgen of that over.
Beautiful. Look at that.
And then a little pour. But Lorraine, you've got some cutlery off to the side there.
Yeah, I have. I always have.
You're poised, you're ready to go.
Thank you so much. This looks great. And because you have got all that lovely gravy on it, I don't need to put brown sauce on it.
No, you don't need to put brown sauce on it.
But I always put brown sauce on it.
No, just give the gravy a try.
Just give it...
Yeah. But nice crispy edge. It's sweet and sour. That's what I like. But it's not too sharp, you know?
No, it doesn't need brown sauce because it's got that lovely gravy that you made. So we don't need to do that. But I love brown sauce and tomato. You're looking at me with horror.
Lorraine, just eat the gravy, yeah?
You really are looking at me with horror.